Peace, y'all. What is going on? What is going on? It is the Joey Digital. Just wanted to pop on real fast, real quick, just to send you all some positive energy in this moment. So happy to see that you all are rocking with the content and subscribing and all of that amazing stuff. I just want to let y'all know that you all are very truly appreciated by me. And I just wanted to let y'all know, man, that this is your time. All right, this is your time. I know that a lot of, these past couple of weeks, there's been a lot of spiritual upgrades. There's been a lot of people. There's been a lot of people, places, and things that have been upgrading. And I just want to let y'all know that right now we are in an ascension period where a lot of the things that we have prayed for, a lot of the things that we were looking to manifest are indeed showing up in our life, in our experience. And I just wanted to let y'all know that if you all are having a blessed week, a blessed month, even if your year has started off blessed, just know that I'm so happy for y'all. I'm so happy for you all. And it just makes me smile to know that we are in this time here and now, and we are enjoying each other's energy, you know what I mean? And I just want to let you know that you are spiritually protected. All right, I know that over here, especially on this channel here, we talk a lot about spirituality, we talk a lot about upgrades, we talk a lot about positivity, inspiration, motivation, but I just want to let you know that you all are spiritually protected. You all are really stepping into major abundance, especially this, I'd say even this year. I'd even go so far as to say this month, all right, whenever it is that you are seeing this video, because I just wanted to share with you all a couple of downloads that I've been getting from the source of creation, from God, all right? And one of them is the reason why you have been going through a lot of spiritual attacks, the reason why you have been going through a lot of things where, a lot of us, especially here that are content creators here on this platform, YouTube, and other content creators that are on different platforms, we're going into a space where sometimes we feel confident, or sometimes we feel like we may be having some imposter syndrome, which is something that happens where you kind of get to yourself and you say, hey, maybe I need to do more work, or maybe I need to show up different, or maybe I need to tweak certain things. But I just want to let you know that, man, you are perfect just the way you are, all right? You are doing absolutely great just the way you are. Show up as you are, all right? I just want to encourage you to show up as you are, especially now, all right? Because the reason why things feel so different now is because we are literally living in a different time space. A lot of us have quantum jumped, all right? And this is a confirmation that the things that used to work no longer work anymore, all right? So the things that used to work no longer work anymore. The negativity that used to hold you back, it's not working anymore. The lack mindset that you used to have, that you used to share with your own self, it doesn't work anymore, because you are manifesting like crazy right now. You are manifesting and you are coming into different synchronicities and different ways of elevated thought to such a point where even if you did want to be the way you used to be, it doesn't resonate any longer. And that is solely because you have done the work. We're in a space right now where the blessings are coming, and guess what? They've always been there. It's just a matter of, because you have been sitting with yourself and you have been counting your blessings, and you have been counting the many things that you are grateful for, you are able to actually realize and recognize that there's so many more blessings coming in than you previously were even in alignment with. And that's because in the past season, you were being distracted. It could have been you distracting you, or it could have been others distracting you, because They saw the calling that's coming into your life. All right, I'm speaking with a lot of chosen ones here. There's a lot of chosen ones here that tap into this channel, and I have to admit, there's a lot of distractions. There could be a lot of distractions at the workplace. You know, it could be a lot of situations where you were supposed to get a raise and you didn't, or you were supposed to get a promotion and you hadn't, or you were supposed to, you know, leave and maybe you got fired. You know, there's a lot of different things, but I just want you to know that nothing that happened in the previous season could stop you from what blessings are coming in this season. That's the first thing I'm going to say. And the second thing is that nothing that was supposed to work for you back then is going to work right now. Okay, so and the reason why I'm saying it like that, the reason why source is given to me like that, is because it was supposed to happen. All right, a lot of things were supposed to happen to prepare you for this moment right here, because believe it or not, a lot of us are going to places where we can't bring anybody with us. We're going into spaces where you literally cannot bring people with you, and there's a lot of people that you thought you might have been able to bring with you. There's a lot of us that have lost a lot of friends. There's a lot of us that have lost a lot of ideas about staying in certain cities. You know, there's a lot of us that have lost a lot of people to, you know, the spirit realm. You know, there's a lot of people that have, you know, taken them kind of losses. And I'm gonna be honest with you, these things were supposed to crush you, right? But it didn't. And you know, the reason why is because you are resilient. You are resilient, and a lot of things that are happening are because it is in alignment with what you are resonating with in this moment. All right, you are walking into blessing. You are coming from blessing into blessing. You are going from blessings into blessings. All right, you are no longer on that bridge in between blessings. You are going right from each step that you make is going right into a blessing. All right, and you know, it's just the way that it is. It's just the way that it is, and it's just the way that it always was meant to be. All right, and the reason why you may have been going through a lot of the spiritual attacks, a lot of the confusion or the agony of feeling defeated, is because you know, the universe itself, God, whatever it is you resonate with, wanted you to go through that in that season, because you could not bring that energy into this season, because this season right here is built for abundance. This season right here is built for manifestation of positive energy, manifestation of love energy. A lot of us are falling in love again. A lot of us are falling in love with ourselves again. A lot of us are walking into rooms and people are in love with our aura, our energy. You know, even if it means they don't want to connect with us, even if it means that they don't reach out and say, hey, I like you, or something like that. People, you are inspiring lots and lots of people just because of the fact that you survived everything that you've been through in the previous season. And you know, even though a lot of things were not supposed to happen for you, it did. You know, a lot of things were not supposed to happen bad for you, but even though it did, it prepared you for this season. All right, and you know, it's just a test. You know, like, look at my video that I put up a couple of months ago, the test. All right, the test is usually how I describe that video is, you get, you know, pretty much the test is there. All right, the test is there, and it's only to show you what you know you're gonna get through. All right, so it's almost like backwards. Like, you get the answers first and then you go through the questions. You know what I mean? So life is so easy right now. Life is on easy mode right now because you are putting yourself first again. You are loving yourself. You are showing yourself the grace that you deserve. You are showing yourself that you do get the things that you want. You know, whether it's a good night's rest, whether it's a healthy friend group, whether it's, even if it's just a great time on social media, you know, like even the social media nowadays is getting really good too, you know. Like, I mean, I'm subscribing with a lot, I have subscribed to a lot of inspirational and motivational people, and I just love their content. And if you're watching my content and that's the kind of content that you do, just know that, you know, either I already subscribed or I'm getting ready to. And, you know, but enough about me. You know, I just want to let you know that you are truly a survivor. You are truly designed to win. You are truly designed to manifest abundance and prosperity in all areas of your life gracefully, with a smile on your face. You know, this season right here, the way God is showing it to me, it's like, you know, we are smiling again. You know, like, we're finding ways to smile again. You know, we're smiling like how we used to when we were kids, you know, or when we were, you know, teenagers, or, you know, adolescence age. And, you know, life isn't beating us down anymore, you know what I mean? And it never really was. And the things that we were going through is only to prepare us and keep us mentally, you know, strong, physically strong, spiritually strong, so that way when we went from the previous season into this season, we were already fully prepared, you know, because the ascension is real. You know, the ascension is real. The upgrades are real. You know, like, there's a lot of people that, even people that I see on social media, that, like, I always saw that they would do great, but it was when they saw that they were going to do great is when I got a chance to see them thrive and flourish. And it's just amazing to watch people tap into their own ability and really, you know, this is for my creators, you know, really just get in there and really just create epic stuff. And when I say epic stuff, I'm talking about the customers are really coming at you and really having amazing ideas, and you're able to be like, oh man, this is easy, you know, I can do that, or, you know, or I can add on and really make a good idea, a great idea, and then they think they're in synchronicity with what you create as well. So, you know, it could be food, it could be art, it could be sneaker customizing, it could be painting, it could be like what I do, digital art, you know, it could be anything creative, even if it's critical thinking. If you're a creative, if you're really creative with critical thinking and problem solving, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be anything tangible. It could just be, you know, how you articulate when you speak, and how you convey messages when you come across, and, you know, just your delivery on how you portray the message and how you get it to the people in a timely manner, how you're able to pick up on vibrations and get people the messages right when they need it. You know, that's creative as well, you know. And I just want to let you know that you are in a mode right now. You are in that mode right now where this season right here is gonna bless you, man. This is gonna bless you so much, because you're already prepared. You know, you're already prepared, you know, for yourself. You're prepared for how you're showing up, you know. And a lot of us are really prioritizing self-care, you know. Again, you know, to my fellas, you know, y'all getting y'all clean cuts, y'all getting y'all lineups, you know, y'all see me, y'all see I'm getting, you know, I'm getting rooted up, you know. I still, you know, I could still, you know, use a lineup here and there, you know. Maybe I'll pop up in the next video with one, but hey, I feel great. I feel like I'm at 1,000% energetically, you know, and I love how I look when I look in the mirror. So and that's a ode to say that you are in a season where you're not focused on the distractions. You're not focused on who's trying to knock you off your spot. You're not focused on who's trying to how do I want to say this? You're not focused on who's trying to steal your great ideas and repurpose them before you can come out with it. You're not focused on anything. You actually are ready to share your excellent ideas, even if you don't get to use them, you know, just to help other people in this season, you know. And even as I was saying earlier about self-care, to my ladies, you know, y'all, you know, I see y'all, you know, y'all are taking more time. Y'all making sure y'all painting your toes. Y'all taking more time resting. Y'all taking more time picking out the perfect outfit so that y'all can feel beautiful and feel, you know, amazing. When y'all look in the mirror, y'all are taking more vacations, you know what I mean? And even if it means just going to a town that you never been to before, and you haven't even set up a hotel yet, or you haven't even set up a rent-a-car yet. Y'all just going. Y'all just getting on planes and going, and y'all setting up things when y'all get there, traveling without bags. I see a lot of traveling without bags happening for, you know, for women, you know, my fellas too, you know, and I see a lot of abundance coming into all things that y'all are going to be doing in this season. In this season of your life, you're not going to be worried about things. You're not going to be worried about bills. You know, I see a lot of people getting out of the loop of, you know, the rent being due and 2 days left in order to pay the rent, and you 600 short or 700 short or whatever. You know, I see a lot of people getting out of that loop and really being able to rest and really getting things paid up early. For my people, you know, worried about mortgages, I see y'all getting caught up I see visions of y'all getting caught up 2 or 3 months ahead in advance, a year in advance, you know, and then, you know, whatever money coming in, y'all able to just put that away, put that into, you know, investing. I see y'all, you know, being able to take money and invest it the right way. I see y'all being able to buy the kinds of foods that you like, and when you're ready to, not because you're starving, you know what I mean? Like, I see a lot of loops being broken, you know, and I see it happening for you. And I see a lot of smiles. I see, you know, the energy I'm getting is Christmas, and, you know, this I'm making this video in July, Christmas in July, you know what I mean? I got a Christmas in July vibe, and it doesn't mean that you are out here buying a bunch of stuff, you know, impressing people that are not going to see it. I mean the energy of Christmas. I mean that energy of, you know, for my people who do celebrate Christmas, that whole energy of, you know, I am the gift, or I want to be a gift to somebody, or I want to be a blessing to somebody or with somebody. You know, I see a lot of that happening. You know, I see it happening for you. I see it happening for you. I see it happening for people that you know. I see a lot of memories being created, you know, good positive memories, good photographs, good, you know, reconnecting with friends and family that you hadn't spoke with in a while. You know, just like that whole vibe, that's a confirmation, you know. It's a big confirmation right there. Hit that like button. You know, this video right here, I just want to let you know that this season right here, you've been prepared for this season, because, you know, you have how's it being brought to me? You know, I hate to say it, man, but I mean, I actually love to say it. I actually love to say it because you're in an abundant season right now. It's just, when the confusion season came in the previous season, when that season came and everyone, you know, and you were confused and you were worried and you were in lack and you were in, you know, feeling like you were in trouble with a lot of different things, it was only to prepare you for this season. All right, and a lot of us, it wasn't supposed to happen, but it was still a test, just, you know, just to show you how strong you are, you know. And you know how the universe is, you know how God is, you know. The test, anytime God tests you or the universe tests you, you're gonna always pass with flying colors anyway. You know, we don't focus on the other tests. We don't focus on, you know, anything negative or low vibrational. We don't worry about that type of stuff, because that's not where our energy is at anyway. So we're not even gonna go there. But, you know, there's a lot of us that have gone through that, you know, some of it could have been our own decisions, or you know, maybe certain people came around, or we had to do certain things, you know, just to get, you know, into that season. But I'm just letting you know that season is over, you know. And the thing, as I said in the beginning of the video, the things that used to work last season, it don't work this season. So all that worrying, all that bill stressing, all that bill stressing, all that bill stressing, all that bill stressing is over. All of that, lack mindset, all of that feeling like you got to stand up for yourself, all of that feeling like you got to tell people off, all of that type of energy, you know, I see y'all being able to relax. Oh, they hating on you, you don't have nothing to say about it. You know, you send them love. You know, they hate you, send love at them. You know, they talking down, you say something positive to them, you know. And, you know, listen, I'm a firm believer of, you know, I don't send energy back to people if they send negative energy at me, but I will call my energy back. I will, if I sent positive energy out there and it didn't reciprocate, I will call my energy back. I will do that because I need my energy. I need it because I'm working on big things, you know, and I see that that's what y'all are doing. I know y'all, you know, I already know the collective. I know how y'all move, man. Y'all know that time is your biggest asset. It's not even about the finances or the money or anything like that. Y'all worried about time because you don't have time for things to not work anymore. You want to be calculated. You want to make sure things are gonna work. And even if you got to get in there and roll your sleeves up yourself and get in there and make it pop for yourself, I already know how y'all do, you know. So all of this, you know, focusing on things that are not working and people talking down and talking negative, you know, all of that, y'all don't even have the capacity to even focus on that because, you know, as y'all know over here, at what we focus on is what grows, and we focus on us, we focus on love energy, and that's what we want to grow in our energy space. We send love out there. I send love out there all the time, you know. And you know, I get it, not everybody loves me, you know, and that's cool. I'm all right with that. But just long as I know I can sleep at night knowing I send love out there, you know, and you know, I send positive energy, you know, frequency and vibration out there, and I'm intentional with it. That's all that matters, you know, with myself. And I know that that's all that matters with you. I know that that's all that matters with you because, listen, the way this season is set up right here, the way the abundance is coming in this season right here, y'all wouldn't complain if y'all could. Y'all wouldn't even complain if y'all wanted to complain. If y'all wouldn't complain if y'all needed to complain, because it's going good. Even if it's not about money, even if it's not about, oh, you rolling in paper, it could just be the things that, you know, you're finally seeing a day where all the things you wanted are happening, you know. And it doesn't have to be about money. Not everything has to be about money. And you know, even nowadays, money is not even really tangible anymore. It's just everything is digital, you know. But over here on this channel, we know energy is the real currency. Energy, inner God, inner universe, inner God. The energy is the real currency. And when you are tapped in and tuned in with the universe, with God, with source energy, whatever it is you resonate with, when you are tapped in and you are in alignment and you are as one, where you're walking as one, where physically you are the envelope, and on the inside, the letter is the energy, is the spirit of God is traveling through you and through everything that you're doing. You already know you're gonna go from blessing to blessing to blessing, from abundance to abundance. And it really doesn't matter, because even if people are not showing you the type of love that you deserve, you showing yourself the type of love that you deserve. And it's because you already did the isolation. You know, you've already, you know, to the collective, you've already isolated away from people that have not shown love. You've already stayed away from them areas where you know they're gonna hate, or they're gonna talk about how you dress, or they're gonna talk about how you show up, or, you know, that season's over. Like I said, that season's done. We're not even entertaining that. You know what I mean? Right now, we just are magnets. We are magnets to love. Love is I'm learning, right? I learned something a few years ago. Love doesn't change. There is no well, you could say it like this. There is no wavering with love. Love is God, all right? And joy is the energy that God embodies, that the universe embodies. Joy, all right? Joy can't waver. Joy cannot be positive or negative. And love cannot be positive or negative. It just is, just like the universe, just like God. All right. And so we are in a space right now where this season right here, I'm telling you, this next 6 months, y'all gonna have the best times of y'all life. For my business owners, y'all gonna be crushing it. Y'all gonna be crushing it. I'm talking about really, like, to the point where, you know, people are really giving you like insights on things they want to see happen, and you're gonna be able to make their dreams come true. And your dreams are gonna come true first, and their dreams are gonna come true first, and everybody's gonna be first. It's like, just think about it like this, you know, like everybody's standing in line like side by side, and we're all crossing the finish line at the same time. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, you know, we're not in the season anymore where it's like, oh, I'm gonna cross the finish line first, but I'm gonna leave the door cracked for you. I'm gonna leave the door cracked open so you can get through when you're done with your problems. It's like, nah, like everybody that's in alignment with what's going on in this season right here, y'all are gonna be already going into abundance. Y'all gonna be in abundance, and it's just gonna show. It's gonna show when people look at you in your eyes. They're gonna see it. They're gonna see it. They're gonna see the love energy flowing from you. They're gonna see the happiness flowing from you. They're gonna see the ideas, you know, like the ideas that you share with them about how to tap in with their happiness, on how to tap in with their love energy. You know, people are gonna consult you. People are gonna consult you just on how to find out how to relax and just be in your own energy. And it's just a confirmation. It's just a beautiful time, man. It's just a beautiful time to be alive, you know. And I know it's hard for some people, you know, like I know a lot of times, you know, like, especially like, you know, not everybody, sometimes people, you know, had to go into the essence, you know, like there's some of us have lost people along this journey. Some of us have taken losses that where we can't even really speak about it. And some of us have gone through, you know, it could be a physical loss, or it could be a family member, it could be anything. But, you know, just know that, you know, for my people who have taken those kind of losses, just know that you have a spirit team now that has gained 1 person, 2 people, 3 people, you know what I mean? And these are people that have, just think about the insight, the wisdom, the inspiration that person had flowing through them, and now they're consulting you. They're giving you, they're giving, let me get the downloads. They're giving your naysayers, your haters, the people that are trying to block your blessings, your baller blockers, they're detouring those people. Like, if you notice this season right here, there's people that used to really make it hard for you, and they can't find you, and you're hidden in plain sight. Look at my video, Hidden in Plain Sight. You know what I mean? And it's just a cakewalk. It's like a cakewalk. It's like, you know, at the birthday party where they put your slice of cake on a plate and you just walk slow to the table eating. You know what I mean? It's one of those. Smiles on your face, music playing in the background. Think of a birthday party. Think of a birthday party where you have gotten a slice of cake, and, you know, the people apologize. They say, oh, I'm sorry I gave you this big slice. I'm sorry. And you be like, I'll eat it. You know, I'm full, but I'ma eat it. Shout out to all people who be throwing parties, who be slicing the big cakes. I see you. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's a long video. You know, it's a long video because I haven't really been posting lately. You know, I've been posting my tarot videos. You know what I mean? Shout out to y'all for showing love. You know, yeah, I'm still posting my tarot videos. I still have a few videos coming through the mix, through the pipeline. You know what I mean? But I wait for the universe to give me the calling, and then, you know, I dive in. You know what I'm saying? But y'all know over here on this channel, it's all about the inspiration, the motivation, the spirituality, metaphysics, crystals, tektites. We talk about God. We talk about the universe. We talk about everything. You know, this is an open door policy over here. We don't everything. We could talk about everything. There is no, oh, I don't talk about this or I don't talk about that. We tackle everything over here. You know what I mean? And you know, all walks of life. You know, there is no, you know, we rocking with this, but we don't rock with that. The only thing I don't rock with, I'm gonna keep it real with you, is I don't do the negativity. You know what I'm saying? You know, but that's everybody over here. You know, if it's negative, or if it's hating, or if it's people that's trying to ride on something because they don't want to respect it and stuff like that. You know, I keep it moving. Even, you know, either they can keep it moving, or I keep it moving. You know, because I don't have a problem leaving too. But that's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's just when you vibrate on such a high frequency, you just want to manifest more of that, and I focus on that more and more. And I know that's what y'all focus on. As I said earlier, I know this is a long video. Usually I promote my stuff. Y'all already know what I'm promoting. I'm not gonna promote nothing, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know the websites. Y'all know everything. But yeah, man, I just feel called. I feel called to tell you that, you know, this is gonna be the best